Right, so last time with the Whims of Fate plus a bit of extra, um, Erden talked with his sister about Christianity and how weird it is. Coming to the conclusion that it is very weird. We all had breakfast. Brina found out about the dolls. Uh, then the kids were taken to go get lessons done, and Ida and Will were excused from meeting.
Go work on the sword.
Um,
I was not very happy about that.
Among the things that were talked about following the session's conclusion were that we definitely should be harassing the enemy army and their supply lines if we're not doing that already. Um, Braxton brought up the idea of poisoning the enemy food, which Marco added using Brina's dust. Um, talked about needing control over where the battlefield is and making sure that it's not too far away from Tantagel in case we need to retreat back to the castle to lay in for a siege.
But that there's also the benefit of being able to be closer to the ley line.
There's that too.
Never hurts.
That wasn't discussed previously. It was literally just something that came to mind as as you were explaining. I'm like, oh yeah, there's also this.
So I don't remember much. Oh, right. And there's also discussion about how to utilize the four horsemen of the apocalypse, which was more or less should have them make some cameo appearances to the enemy army as they're being attacked slash marching, so that a rumor can be spread that some people are seeing heralds of the apocalypse. Um, and yeah, that seems to be in large part what we discussed. Um, I think the biggest thing is that we don't know how big the other army is or where it is, so we need to figure that out first. And unless someone has anything else to add, this week with the Whims of Fate.
Oh my gosh.
There definitely wasn't a tangent in between or a bunch of tangents after the session ended to other campaigns that we have taken part in. Or headcanon.
Definitely
it was
not.
all it was all serious talk.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to take both off, but also I'll kind of
Yes. Can I help you? You need something?
Oh yes, Amror's present as well.
Am I finally present?
Hi, Elvis.
I wasn't entirely sure while we were discussing all the strategy.
I think he was. on his way there, like we wouldn't have started the meeting without him, but we didn't really start the meeting in session since Jen had to head off to help Myra. So
What?
Mhm. Yeah, so depending on if we've actually had the meeting discussing it in session, then Cobalt would be out gathering plants. If not, then they'll wait till after the actual meeting has happened.
Don't do that. That's not nice. He's hiding his face so that he can't get in trouble. No, that's not nice.
But I am innocent. I am
Are they-
always innocent.
Yeah, I mean, planning has occurred. Emerald will be there. Um, okay, so sounds like first priority is to figure out numbers.
Yes. So our numbers compared to theirs.
Alright. Ow! Ow!
This is the one that's most tricky because Cobalt does not know a lot of military strategy, but I do. Like, I want to put the archers here, I want the horsemen over here, prepared for this charge from this type of hill, and Cobalt would know none of that.
No. British always have the archers behind the infantry, have the cavalry on the wings.
Archers behind your spearmen. That way, when the enemy's cavalry charges your archers, the spearmen counter the cavalry.
Well, that's Gorlois's job to figure that all out anyway. I think he can do that. Okay.
I liked when our plan was more simple.
Mhm.
That's okay.
When your plan was more simple. What was
Yes.
the simple plan?
I think the simple plan was we're just going to figure out a way to mimic the Four Horsemen and also maybe throw some plagues in there.
Yeah,
Oh.
We can
That's how
still
she
do
did
that.
that's how Chief ended up with the magic with casting
Insect
Pagan
plague.
Vestige or something.
Insect plague.
Yeah.
We've also done like no planning for the safety and protection of Gorlois.
Or a grain.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Adea, the plan is and always was make cool sword, make epic stand. See? Done.
Mm-hmm. Was always this. All right. Well, as before, it is likely to be up to Amror's men to figure out the numbers. And they're likely already out there doing that because that is what Gorlois has asked your team to do. So
Helen didn't just do it on her own because she could.
I mean, probably.
Oh yeah.
They probably more so making sure that the army is, or which army was closer.
Yeah.
Like- Right. Is the friendly army closer or is the enemy army closer? Do we need to panic?
What do you mean friendly versus enemy army?
Does Kaladin panic?
That is also a very good question. I don't think so.
The friendly as in from the Pendragon camp, enemy as in from Londinium.
Why would there be an army coming from the Pendragon camp? That's
We are
us.
the army from
We
the
are the
Pendragon.
army from the Pendragon camp.
That's why I'm saying, but that's what Kellan was doing already when we met her.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I see what you're saying. I was. Thank you for clarifying. I was just a little confused.
It was in retrospect. We know that no one's coming to help us.
I really want to, but because they have to hold the line elsewhere.
So, where are the reinforcements? We are the reinforcements.
Well, the Battle of the Five Armies always makes me laugh in the movie. Of like in the book, their armies are small, 200 to 300 guys. An army of like 12 guys could actually affect things, but they're showing 10,000 guys on each faction, and there's 12 dudes just show up out of the door. Of course, it's not gonna matter.
Well, you also have to remember that Thorn was the king of Durin's folk.
Yeah. It's just funny to me. Their attempt to make it epic scale undoes the scale.
I mean, they did bloat those 5 pages into 2 hours.
Yes. Yes, they did. Sorry, did not mean to go off that heavy on a tangent.
Hey,
It's Tolkien. I think that's an okay tangent.
hey, that's in the running for my favorite book. Plus, I'm reading it right now.
Very fair. If you ever want some good crazy book suggestions, hit me up. I've read too many.
Braxton, you and I are gonna get along just fine.
I am glad.
So, a question that Tong would have in character would be how intelligent are the enemy commanders? Because she has a story back from when she was fighting, where they had a pitiful garrison city a pitiful garrison to guard a city against an upcoming army, so they just left the doors open and had the commander play an instrument on top of the gate.
And it worked.
And it worked.
I know that story. That story's hilarious.
I was gonna say, I know that story too, and I'm just like, yeah.
The fact that I know 3 different stories that basically play out the same just adds to the fun.
It only really works if it's a intelligence commander.
Yeah.
Because dumb one would just go like, "Ooh, they left the gates open. Are they dumb?"
I'm dumb. Maybe.
It's free real estate.
The best. I'd have to go and look it up, but there was a castle that was owned by the queen and like 6 of her staff because the king was off on the battle. The French show up, and these 6 guards hold off the entire French army with just Home Alone levels of chaos. Like they're building a ramp of dirt to go over the wall. They pull a rock out from the bottom of the wall and start undigging the dirt from beneath the ramp behind them. The ramp just keeps sinking lower every day.
Okay, that's awesome.
Yeah. They held them off for like a month. It was wild.
I remember the Swiss Guard defending the Pope when Rome got invaded.
Mm-hmm. That was epic. I mean, Sabaton made a whole song about it.
Sorry, I cannot find what I was looking for.
Were there any other strategies that people came up with during the week?
Not really.
Strategy is a strong word for it, but I might have added myself to another government list by looking at what plants are poisonous in Europe. I was already on everyone else's list anyway, so it's nothing new.
This is why you use a private browser and a VPN.
Yeah. Well, I own a firearm and I have opinions. I'm already not allowed in most of Europe.
You're already not allowed in most of Europe?
He owns a firearm and has lots of opinions, is what he said first.
And depending on what our president decides to do with Greenland, just being American might be enough.
Yeah. To which, if NATO wants to sanction us, all I have to say is, what army?
I would like to take 10 gigantic steps back from anywhere near the rest of that conversation.
That is
Sorry.
fair.
I just don't want to do anything political right now.
That is
Fair
very
enough.
fair.
Thank you.
We're in fantasy land, where fantasies happen.
Let's get back to much more fun
Fantasy
politics.
politics.
Romans.
Let's get back to fantasy politics. Great. So,
Fine, we'll get back to fantasy politics.
we got leaders claiming
Take
land.
fantasy politics over real world politics right now.
You can come hang out with Adea. She's pretty good at avoiding fantasy politics.
Daya's good at avoiding everything if she has a project to work on, including sleep and food, though she is getting better. So Brina wants to be helpful, she's just not really sure what to contribute to this conversation.
Because you're such a cinnamon roll.
Brina?
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
Rena doesn't like to hurt people unless she has to.
Yeah, Brina's pretty much a cinnamon roll with the gooeyest possible, perfectly delicious center. Like that perfect consistency of cinnamon roll center. Yeah, that's Brina.
She's still single.
Yeah, so I
Oh,
did
come
have
on.
one thought. Okay. I did have one thought that could be interesting.
Me, darling.
I'm not sure how it would be in terms of the group dynamic, because it would technically be sort of splitting the party. But Cobalt has not been seen or made contact with any of the enemy troops in any fashion. I don't know if you guys have before I got here or not. So he would be a complete unknown to the enemy army. If we were to poison a whole bunch of wine barrels and mead barrels, he could take on a horse and cart, be transporting them somewhere, get captured, fork over the wine, and then dip out while they all start drinking poisoned wines. Like I said, I just don't want to wind up doing a solo act and having everyone sit around doing nothing.
So, yeah.
Depends where we're getting the wine from. And how much we can get of it.
Yeah.
Because likely
Or
we
we-
want to get this to disseminate, not just have the leaders get screwed over.
Well, hopefully if the leaders are screwed over, that screws with the chain of command.
Why? This is out of character because Brina wouldn't be able to speak to this, but why do I get the feeling that this... Actually, quick backstep. Is this in character for you two?
Cobalt's offering in character.
My thing is that if Airden is actually asking like where we would get the wine, I guarantee you two would pop up. It's like my winery, duh.
Right, we've already found the bottomless bottle of wine from the winery. We had to pull it out as a
Troops because he kept hitting them with rocks.
yes.
I don't know. I would just assume he wouldn't want to have a bunch of his profits get cut out because he wasn't technically selling it. If he wants to give it up.
For some reason, my mind just came up with Cobalt basically pulling a Friar Tuck from Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves.
That is exactly the general idea.
Guess
It's
Megan
not
went
a
to
bad
bed.
idea.
Megan
All
went
the
to bed.
lights- Yeah, all the lights were still on out there. I assumed she was still out there, but nope, she went to bed.
So the,
So
I've got
Also,
the
is another way to
original-
note that whole throwing beehives at enemy soldiers. I guarantee that's extremely effective.
Those poor bees.
I don't
I
even
mean,
wanna
like
think
the
about
ultimate medieval fence would be just have a bunch of beehives set up and then just tripwires that just take a stick and whack the hive.
Jen looks
Not that
horrified.
I don't like bees.
Understandable.
This is why I'm thinking
These
of
are
weaponizing
awesome.
them, not keeping them for honey.
It's not even good enough for me. I don't like honey.
Yeah.
I'm not sure I knew that. Good to know.
Whatever
I
we
just-
do, if we're on the back foot, we cannot take any white beast offers that involve us giving the enemy birds or cats.
No. No.
Of course not.
I'm still confused right now.
I am too, but I can't imagine Brina ever being okay with birds and cats being given to the enemy.
Okay, friend. Okay.
That is animal cruelty at its finest. I'll only say that.
So Cobalt has offered his services.
Mhm.
Cares to us. And then I think
So, I suppose here's the question: who can be one of the four horsemen?
Probably those who can disguise themselves?
Now trying to remember the descriptions of the four horsemen, because we've gone over this once already.
there's
I could probably do it.
the pale one, the boy, no,
White,
it's
Pale
black,
not.
horse,
pale.
white horse, black horse, and red horse.
Yeah.
Um, it's weird.
I mean, I have disguised self, so I potentially could. I'm still learning horsemanship. I can mount pretty well and rides easily at a walk or maybe a whatever's next one after a walk. I as a player know exactly what this is, but Brina likely wouldn't. So
Oh my gosh.
especially because I thought that I would be helping Tooth with making sure that Igraine and the kids were protected. I want to be helpful wherever I am, though.
Oh,
You get Jen?
no, I can't stop coughing, then I get the hiccups.
I am sorry.
Sorry.
I could create an illusion of one of the four horsemen for 10 minutes. but I wouldn't be able to use Sickening Radiance.
Hmm.
Thanks for the reference image.
You're welcome.
Could always just summon our good pal Death.
He would be a perfect impersonation of
He
himself.
does have a pale horse.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't
Uh,
give any descriptions of the riders themselves, other than they're wearing crown. It just
Yeah.
describes the horses.
Of course, you guys know Death.
He's actually very nice. Like, okay, he looks really intimidating, but he's actually very nice. He's so lonely, though. I'm sad for him.
That I was not expecting.
I suppose one would expect from a person who ushers the dead to the afterlife. It would be a bit of a lonely job.
What do you mean you didn't expect that, Cobalt?
For Death to be kind or to seek human companionship.
He was very nice to me. I mean, he was kind of surprised that I could see him. Heck, I was surprised I could see him. I'm not normally
I
the
can
one that's
believe that.
visited by gods. That's normally Rod and Airden. So, yeah, I've met many of them in our travels, but that's totally a different story and not very pertinent to this conversation. So I guess we could ask Cernados to be one of the horsemen, but he's already really busy with what all the Saxons are doing already. We mentioned that when we saw him on the road.
I mean,
Okay.
he might be interested because this might minimize some death.
True.
Or at least he's already on the scene.
If we go that route, Airden, I will leave the asking of it up to you. So please say hi to his dog for me. She's very nice.
She is very nice.
How you doing, Cobalt?
He is just ignoring large portions of what was just said. He's like, nope, I am not questioning my understanding of reality that far.
And that question was out of character because I'm just like, Cobalt's internal mind is just going to be like,
Yeah, he's like,
transcript of that that conversation looks like one of those CIA files that has like 80%
Death,
of
he
it blacked out.
understands. The meeting other gods is like, nope, that totally did not happen. They did not just say that. I'm just
Heresy.
ignoring that entirely.
Death is not really a god. Death is death. When you mention other gods, no, there's only one true god. Okay. So,
Yeah, I've got a helmet that can make me look like just about anybody for an hour, so yeah. I can fit just about any role we need.
if you trust me on a horse, I could use my alter self that Tom taught me.
Alright, we've got 2.
If you don't need me, I prefer to be able to stay with the grain and the kids if possible. Just I want to be able to help with that, but
Tom's illusion makes 3.
yeah, Tom's illusion makes 3, but she wouldn't be able to use her sickening radiance if she did that one. Because my illusions are only small. I can't do larger ones.
if Tong teaches Tooth, he could do the illusion.
Let's see. So Silent Image is a first level spell, so as long as he is a first level sorcerer, which I presume that's his class now, is he would be able to cast it.
Yes. He may, in fact, be a rogue sorcerer.
With a bag of unholding that no one should have except for a god. Lovely.
And the necromancy crystal.
That makes him read mine.
Well,
Hey off, my name is Tooth.
Chaos is running away.
No, that's just your brother.
Such a perfect quote from that moment.
It is. How much nicer it would be if Rada was here and she could just use Ultra Self on herself so that it didn't look like a centaur but looked like a rider on a horse.
I'm not sure
But then
how. I'm not sure how Alter Self would work in that case because most people that have tried to cast it have only been able to recreate something with the same amount of limbs.
Well, it would be technically the same amount of limbs because the 4 legs of her horse part of her wouldn't change. It's just basically making the human part of her be in a different location and there'd be a horse head instead. This isn't in character, by the way.
No.
Yeah, sorry, this is not in character. That was just I try to remember to announce when I'm not in character and when I am, but
The Cobalt was going to ask if a centaur's human form grew out of the front end or the middle of the horse.
and see, I was wondering if Ultra Self could actually make it appear that you'd be in the middle of the horse to look like a rider. But
I could see that logically playing out that way.
I could as well. I haven't used Ultra Self terribly much. And when I did use it, Brina was just looking to make herself look more like Tong. When we went to the wedding in Londinium, so.
I feel like the biggest question for that, whether or not that would work, is if the human rider's legs count as limbs in that situation.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Like, technically, there'd be 2 extra limbs and an
Are
extra
they
head.
literally limbs? Yes, but does behave as a limb? Would you get it to look close enough because it's not behaving as a limb?
It doesn't actually need to do anything. It could be made out of cartilage.
Yeah.
Just hang out.
I mean, as long as they're from a distance, if you could just illusion up a horse head in front of their torso, people aren't going to be too hung up on whether the person's sitting really forward or not.
Now thinking this is still out of character, it now makes me think of the one division of an army in World War II that basically tricked the Germans into not attacking an area or actually attacking an area because they built basically a stage set of tanks and weaponry and like make it look like they were in an area when they really weren't, and it's all cardboard. I think they were called the Shadow Brigade because they basically just used stage setting, so we could just do like a paper mache body of a rider and a horse head and just stick it on Ra, and then use Alter Self to make the details work. It's like a glamour.
Like at that point, you could just use glamour.
Yeah.
Right.
All I can think about is this scene. Where the illusion was
That's fair.
starting to fail. What are you doing?
Just don't break concentration. It's fine.
Just like getting this AI art generator to make a centaur. That's what we're gonna get.
Oh gosh, no. We already did that. I can't do it.
Question: it couldn't do it.
Correct.
I have actually gotten an AI art generator to make a centaur that I am pleased with. In fact, the one in the was it the Meet the Crew, where it's the old party banner, was made using that generator.
Heck, we're gonna be at a distance. We don't need everything to be, perfectly detailed. Just need to get the point across. So really, all you need is just somebody. You basically just need 4 people who can ride horses, and then 1 to 2 people able to actually cause the issues in the camp.
I also came up with an idea of basically toothing the army, and I mean that tooth as in the character tooth.
No, we got it. Unfortunately, you can't say toothing because it's that ranges all the way from putting rocks in people's shoes to firing burning coconuts from a trebuchet.
And watermelons.
So
Okay,
My
Those
limit-
brushes
my
can't
mind-
swallow carrot.
My mind did immediately go to like a 3,000 man army just tromping along, going, "What the hell's in my shoe?"
Yeah.
I mean, that would be pretty effective of him just staying with the army and just harassing them constantly.
Mm-hmm.
Like genuinely full on playing into being a leprechaun.
and think about it. If they get to the battlefield, they're already like not in a great mood because there's been rocks in their shoes the entire trip. Their feet hurt. The mood sour.
Among other things. Things that shouldn't be knotted are knotted. Things that are supposed to be knotted aren't. Who knows how many things may have fallen away or shoes tied together or something.
When Adea was a forge cleric, we could have caused it to just rain over their head. Just their head.
Like, I know there's rain in this place, but why is it just over me?
Create water is such a goofy spell. I love it. Create and destroy water. It does both. How many castings of create water would it take to empty the ocean? Or rather, destroy water in that case.
Tooth is going to just kind of part time. He goes, "You want me to harass an army? You ever heard of leprechaun gold?"
I've heard of it.
You
That's free to
Stop.
this print for business cards, but did you know we print everything you need?
Oh, well, I get
A wisdom check. Maybe. I mean, he's Fae, you're Fae, possibly. It's not a high chance, but
No.
I'm just imagining.
I don't even
one
need to
time
look at my
somebody asked you about leprechaun gold
modifiers.
because they mistook you, and you're just like, I have no clue what you're talking about.
totally
Wisdom
different.
check, you said?
Yep.
Big
Kobol's
ol'
just
6.
immediately,
Oh,
nope,
yeah,
nope,
that would
nope.
be a
I'm not
natural
touching this.
That what?
Because apparently my dice wanted to do a nat 20 on that.
Oh, yeah. So, you're aware of leprechaun gold. Looks like everybody else is not, though. And Tooth just kind of like rolls his eyes, and he digs into his bag. He pulls out a gold coin. It looks like a gold coin. He kind of holds it out, and he goes, "Examine."
Rita's not going to examine because she already understands this trick.
Oh yeah.
Kobol's not going anywhere
Looks
near
pretty
anything
normal.
that comes out of that curse bag.
Looks pretty normal, huh? We'll take it.
We both know that's a terrible idea.
Well, nothing's gonna happen if I'm the one holding it, because I'm a leprechaun.
You actually have to take it. It's not going to bite you. Unless Tooth did something specifically to make it bite you, but I doubt. You know, actually, I don't doubt that. Be careful, but take it anyway. Because then you can see what he means.
Put leprechaun gold in the socks. The socks that bite your
Alright.
foot.
I take the coin.
Okay. Give me a second. Why is everything running so slow?
The coin starts laughing.
See,
What kind of laugh is it? Is it a joyous laugh? Is it one of those like nasally laughs?
Cackling. Wildly and hysterically.
There we go. Why does it do that?
see, Kong thought about taking the coin just because, like, she appreciates a good prank, but she doesn't know exactly what's going to happen, so she's going to let someone else do it.
Here we go. Alright. Go ahead and roll a D100.
Who?
Whoever took the gold coin.
Marco.
41.
41.
You grow 2 feet.
Erden does not need to be 6.5 feet or 7.5 feet tall.
Ooh, I'm just moving his fingers today, my love, and I adore it.
As you take the gold coin, you feel it shiver for a moment. And then suddenly it transforms. It's like you can see that gold mist that protects all of you kind of show up around it. And then it transforms into a pennant, like sized for a pixie. And it starts, you can hear like little cheers and there's like little confetti explosions.
That's adorable.
It's not one of the better ones. But I can't really control what it does. It just sort of does a thing. Maybe it's because you're my friend.
What with all these leaves? Interesting.
Kobold will reach out to see if there's another one because he knows that we are not friends.
Sure. Alright, here you go. I'll hand it over. Go ahead and roll your...
I imagine Cobalt is like slowly reaching his hand down to just like rotates and just slaps it in there.
Because that's 2.
93.
Oh,
no.
This is either really good or really bad.
It's always really bad. Never
really
get
bad.
the extremes in this campaign. Unless it's
Dominic
combat.
rolled a D1. He rolled 100 once.
On a D100, the extremes are not good,
No.
Oh.
And
especially if it's
100
the
did not
weather.
bring the-
It brought a wild magic storm.
Yep.
Oh. Hold on.
Made Brina 2 feet taller.
No. That roll wasn't for that one. That was for a different magic storm before that, I think. Because
I'm pretty sure it was that storm.
You said what? What was the number?
93.
The, the coin immediately starts to give an ear-splitting screech.
Brina claps her hands over her ears.
Like banshee wail.
He is chucking it at the nearest window, hoping it goes out.
I'm gonna need you to roll me an attack to see if you can get it through these narrow slits. They
Yeah,
call
because
them.
you're going through an arrow slit, not
He's a monk, it should be fine.
Not when I'm level 1.
It bounces off the wall and pings him in the forehead.
Gosh,
Yeah, that's exactly what I was gonna say. That's that ball clocks right between the eyes. It has
Trust
nothing.
instincts bad.
There you go. Let's scare an army, right? Tooth picks it up, and the coin stops screeching.
Yes,
Save that one
yes,
for the
that would be very
army.
effective.
It even
Not
returned to the thrower. That was impressive.
Wait,
Yes,
did
it
it
was
actually-
totally supposed to do that.
Okay, Richardson. The
Did it go back and hit him in the head?
Yeah.
Okay, so did the coins? This is out of character. Did the coin stay looking like a coin when it was shrieking?
Yes.
Okay, gotcha. Thank you.
No, it looked like a full-on mouth. With razor teeth and everything. Like, if you look down, you can even see the uvula waving around.
It turned into one of those screamers, yowlers,
Howlers
howlers.
from Harry Potter.
Yeah, those go. Those that leprechaun goad will do very well, I think.
But I prefer to be far away when they screech like that. Are you alright?
Put it right next to the mandrakes.
Oh, well, Brina asked if you were alright, because you got hit in the head with a coin.
Yeah, physically no damage. He's just startled.
That's notice. No, what I was doing. What's happening? Okay. Cool. Anyway, gives you an idea. So, I could totally go wreak some havoc on an army, but I need to know where the army is and, like, you know, that kind of stuff.
Yes, that is the big question of the evening, or I suppose the big question of the day is how big is the opposing army and where it is?
Well, that was my men's job to figure out. Still waiting for them to come back.
I could always fly out too, Will says.
Will's back.
Will had gone with Idea.
Oh, that's true. You're right. See, Myra totally distracted me from everything last night.
I mean, if we find an intelligent bird, I can ask them to go and look and report back. I did the same with Peep and Cheep back in Luther's camp.
I could
mean-
fly out for half an hour and then come back with polymorph.
That'll work. Alright. I was about to suggest Will, but yeah, if you can do it, then. I mean, no offense, Brina, but it would help to have a little more detail.
Well, that's why I said I wouldn't look for sparrows again, even though Peep and Cheep did an excellent job. I'd look for probably another crow or raven, but easier because Kong was more in control of it anyway. And the crows and ravens don't seem to want to talk to me. Tawiri did, but that's because Tawiri was from home, so.
Dominic, if you'd give me like 4 or 5 craft checks.
Yeah.
For Idea.
All right. What kind of crafting checks?
Well, you're working on the sword, right?
Yes. I actually have a craft specifically for swords.
Yeah. Because you're not having to actually make the sword, though. You're, like, putting the magic into the sword, right?
Yeah, because the sword is already made.
Yeah, the sword's already made. We gotta prepare all the magic so we can make it the most awesome, most powerful sword.
Do you have a craft magic item?
No, I have knowledge magic items, but that's much weaker. I still have lots to learn in that regard.
Gotcha. What do you have?
Let's see here. I have.
May just be Arcana checks.
Yeah, it's
Just trying to-
possibility. My craft is a bunch of specific things, including swords.
Hmm.
And my only magic specific one is I have knowledge magic items.
There was something on my computer screen, and it was positioned right over your nose, Dominic, and it made you look like you had a really big nostril. And I was just like, what is going on? Something doesn't look right.
But I can roll Arcana checks.
Yeah, let's do Arcana since I'm specifically looking at the magic portion.
Yes. Prepare to use the ley line. Maybe use the
Yeah.
cold to absorb some of it so we can channel it.
Yeah.
Or the Galena. That's why Will's helping.
Yeah. Nah, he's got his own rules to make.
Yeah, if you're like, I don't know, like inscribing something or like etching into the blade or like maybe even like adjusting the pommel, then maybe craft would fit, but
Yeah, but it's imbuing with magic, probably not.
yeah.
I started with 3 rolls.
Oh, me too. Perfect.
The first roll's a 26.
Oh. Will's the one who has craft magic items.
Aha!
That's what he's rolling. So the first one was what?
The 26.
Okay.
The second one was a 27.
Cool.
And then there's a 13 in there.
Okay, well, let's see.
I mean, 13's decent, but it sounds really terrible compared to those 20s.
To be fair, the 13 is a natural 5.
I mean, 10 is supposed to be average, but when you get to high modifiers, I mean,
Whereas the other rolls are nat 18 and 19.
You got a nat 19 too. So, okay. Sorry. So he got a 35, a 28, and a 22. So I think you guys are doing all right.
Yay! We've done our research. We've spent lots of time on this. It's time to make the awesome things happen.
Yeah, pretty much.
You all feel the ley line quiver under this under this accomplishments.
Dan must be succeeding. I say that more because the ley line's quivering, and less because, and also because we haven't heard any loud noises, annoyance, or explosions. I don't think I've ever heard any explosions from her. I'm going to stop talking. Like Brina just said this as she like casts a glance over at Cobalt's like, I guess she's internally like, oh crap, I don't want to scare him much more than I already probably have.
Aside from the watermelon, how many explosions have we actually dealt with? Because I don't think we have dealt with many.
Other
There
than
was
the
one.
one
Does not.
with
At least
the
two.
phosphorus in his mouth.
We just tried to trap a magic elemental in
Three.
a stone box.
No,
If I
three.
had a nickel for every time we had an explosion, I'd have 2 nickels. Which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it happened twice.
We had the fireball incident in the cave. We had the fireball at the start of the Battle of Kimmery. And we had Tooth pulling out a bazooka in the Valentine's Day special.
That doesn't count.
You forgot about the one where Adea tried to trap the magic elemental into the stone box, and we got shrapnelled by it.
And
There's
you
4.
forgot Tooth basically putting a bottle of, what was it, phosphorus into the mouth of a flaming watermelon and shooting it at a Viking ship, and it basically imploded the entire thing.
That's what Marco was talking about when, besides the watermelon.
Speaking of next month, we have a Friday the 13th. TPK, TPK.
Hey, someone will finally die in this campaign.
It's Erden. He has enough death legs.
Oh, please, I could gather a few more.
In March, too.
Watch it be Cobalt because he's the new one.
Well,
I mean, that would give him an opportunity to have a second character so he can be in the multiple, forever DMs club.
No, I'll take that red shirt off.
But I'm an engineer, and the captain wants me.
Then we have a Friday the 13th in February, and we have one in March.
Yes.
Because my birthday falls on Friday the 13th this year.
So we get 2 character deaths.
Absolutely freaking not. You kill my character on my birthday, I will be so dick to you.
I won't kill your character. I'll just kill Gorla.
It was fated to be.
It's bad that there's a part of Brina that's like, at least she didn't say Urian.
I can't kill Urian. I need Urian to have Akalon.
Against plot armor.
We also need him to have a potential relationship with Brina.
Yeah, Brina needs to collect more death flags, honestly.
I don't understand. What do you mean death flags?
Just, tropes that generally occur before someone's dying.
I'll be
You know,
right
like,
back.
No.
Yeah, like the person, just says, "Be right back." The cop that says, 3 days away from retirement."
Well, not just the cop, but like any combat-related personnel.
A security guard in a dark environment.
I need to roll more dice.
Okay. Sorry. What were we talking about?
Before you mentioned Friday the 13th,
Crafting a sword.
crafting a sword.
So,
Back up
I was
with
like, we gotta do explosions, and I don't.
Oh, the reason we got to explosions is because with the roles that Will and Idea had, obviously we can feel, and Airden had said, like, we feel the ley line tingling, and Brina's comment was that it feels like Idea and Will are being successful with the sword because we haven't heard any loud noises or explosions. So that's how we got on that tangent. My apologies.
Got it.
It's Brina's fault.
All right. Anyway, so yeah, that's going well. Gorlois will look to Emperor and just be like, do you have men already out scouting?
I do. They just haven't returned yet. Not too worried yet.
Yeah, no, that's fair. I just want to know that. I mean, you usually do that when we get home, so I'm not surprised. I just, checking in.
Oh, good. Someone's being proactive.
You said you could polymorph, though?
I can. Yes, I can also polymorph anyone.
Oh. Anyone.
I mean, it's easier to do it with a willing subject,
Right.
but I could also polymorph an unwilling person. It's harder.
Yeah. I mean, I know druids who can do that. Not really in my wheelhouse. But if we can maybe get somebody polymorphed into a bird out there and get out there faster, because as the crow flies, a lot faster than trying to navigate the land. We might have more information sooner. Will had seen them, but he didn't. Will's not great with estimating numbers like that. Kind of useless.
There was also that ghost girl that appeared. I don't know for sure if that was had anything to do with the invading army, but I presume that it was.
Yes. Taking out some poor farming village on their way in. Which is honestly a very Saxon thing to do, not really a Roman thing, so I'm kind of surprised. Which leads me to believe you've got to have some Saxons with them.
I seem to remember we were told that it was Saxons that
Yeah.
killed her specifically.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So, there's also that to contend with, because with Saxons being part of the army, they're not going to be bothered by things like the Four Horsemen. You're a Saxon, Erden. What are Saxons afraid of?
I don't know, DM. What are Saxons afraid of?
Ragnarok. Not much.
Pigs. Afraid of pigs.
I mean, everyone's afraid of the pigs. Let's face it, they're weird.
Jormungandr, Fenrir.
Mm-hmm. George and his wolf.
Well, according to the internet, they feared sudden, violent raids from Vikings. But that's
A
later.
little early for that.
Yeah.
They shouldn't have skipped leg day.
They should
The
have.
other Vikings we encountered skipped leg day. And we were,
Skipped leg day.
oh yeah, we skipped leg day. And they believed it.
Always comes back to that. Don't skip leg day.
The fact that that worked, and it worked on a group of people who we technically shouldn't have been able to encounter.
That's great.
It's so bad.
I do need someone that understands that polymorph only lasts for an hour. So they would only realistically have half an hour if they wanted to get back here before the spell ended. So I suppose if I went out, we would have an hour, because I can cast it twice.
That is a smarter play.
So they're not really. So the thing with the Saxons is that they're not really afraid of a whole lot. They're not fond of Angles. They're not fond of Utes. They're not fond of Romans. They're not fond of Norsemen. They're just kind of anti-everyone, not Saxon.
On.
And on top of that, the Saxons are not really a united people either, and basically they fear having their power taken from them by other Saxons. So right now there's a tentative leader of the Saxons, but that could easily change.
So if they don't like the Romans, then why are they working with Constance and his group? Because aren't they kind of like the last Romans that you guys have here?
They probably have
Yeah.
something in the works to take power for themselves. Right?
They're definitely getting something out of it right now, and then gonna subvert them later.
Well, but if they don't really trust the Romans, what if we made them think that the Romans were betraying them? Make them turn on themselves?
That could work.
Well, that depends. Like, you people were here. Well, you two were here with. See, if I remember what those letters talked about, you went to Londinium for a mission. What was that mission about?
Oh, we were supposed to protect the queen, but by the time we got there, she was already dead, and Constance was marrying a new queen, who is a Saxon. Political alliance, I think, is what it was.
That would be a way that they could get power. Is it you kill off the king, and then as long as he has a son, hey, this kid is my grandson. I'll be his regent.
Does Constance have any children, Erden? Do you know?
No.
It's been 4 years. I don't know.
Gorlo's just laughed. No. He doesn't.
Although, given the opportunity, I would love to make sure he couldn't.
think a lot of people would, but yeah, no, he doesn't have any children. From what I gather from sources, there's a lot of fingers being pointed at whose fault that is.
Let me guess, he blames his wife.
Yep. But of course, she and her people blame him. I don't know what the truth is. Or so far,
Sounds like a swell alliance. Going
no
without a hitch.
Abash, what are you doing? Hi. The bed's a mess. Anyway.
If we wanted to make sure the Saxons don't screw everything up, we would probably have to identify who's the most in charge of all the Saxons, and then either convince them that to end the alliance, or impersonate them and convince everyone else that the alliance is over.
Oh, I already know who's in charge.
Couple of them in the back in their own camp.
Yeah, there's a set of brothers named Hengist and Horsa. They're the ones who are in charge.
Of course, there's two.
Well, yeah.
Remember learning about them last time.
Yep. We have attacked their army specifically. They're not going to be with Constance. They don't trust him, and he doesn't trust them.
But wait, isn't one of them the queen's dad?
Hengist.
Yes.
Queen. Okay, remind me again what the queen's name is.
Rowena.
Or Queen Rowena.
She also specifically expressed that she was not happy about this, and her dad did not care about her.
There's not much love lost there.
Could we possibly see if Queen Rowena would be amicable to help us? If her dad forced her to marry Constance, she obviously doesn't like Constance and is not really in good situation with her dad. Maybe she can help us overthrow them both.
I don't know how much help she'd be, so first up, I mean, she's not a wise woman, so she has no magical abilities. Because of her status and everything, she was never taught to fight, so she has no weapon abilities. And again, because of her status, I doubt she's ever cooked a thing in her life, so I don't know that she would know how to use poisons. And I don't feel comfortable risking the life of somebody who can't defend themselves should the need arise.
Besides, even if we got all that done, it would take, what, a couple of weeks before the army coming for us would even hear about it? So we need to change the information from specifically for the army itself, not all the way at the top.
Rita just nods because she's like, she wasn't quite sure how it could be helpful, but it's like, maybe we can help her and she can help us. But
do the Saxons and Constance's army prefer different weapons?
Yes. So Constance's army is going to be using like the Roman short swords and their tower shields, that kind of thing. Saxons prefer to use the round shields with the like round knob in the center for like bashing, and then they have the the Saxon sax, the short sword that they were named. It's not even a short sword; it is a large knife that people are named after.
Arden literally holds up his shield and first sword.
Yeah. Right.
They
And
have sort of
Carlos
a
is
Roman
like,
sword.
this is what they use.
We stabbed some Saxons in the back with a Roman sword. We might get them to fight themselves.
Essentially.
I just think infighting might give us more of an opportunity, especially if our numbers end up being lower. I don't know what the numbers are, obviously, but it's more likely that they will be.
No, I agree. It's just a matter of how we get the infighting started, because it's not as
Well,
simple as do re mi.
Trying to get a poison to take effect in the middle of such a situation is a difficult thing. If only someone could bestow madness upon them, like gifting a crown or something.
You know,
Out of character, but I love the Ella Enchanted reference. I don't know if that's actually what you're referencing, but that's what the reference is to me.
It made me think of the magic card called Crown.
I was mostly referring to the spell Crown of Madness.
Ah.
But yes, Elechant is a good one too.
I am reminded back to the second war that Rome had with Carthage, where the invading Carthaginians were getting frustrated because a particular Roman general wasn't engaging them in combat. So he started burning all the countryside except that one general's fields to make his men question if they had a deal.
Tooth was not paying a bit of attention to what you were saying, Tom. He's just like rifling through his bag, and then he goes, aha! And he pulls a crown out and he goes like this.
I don't think anybody should touch that.
Nope. He is.
He's
certainly
touching
not
it just fine. Probably just shouldn't wear it.
Of it.
Yeah.
How about just like, it's him.
Yeah, it's like,
Look,
let's not touch the
I
button.
got this from some Gola. He was saying that it made the guy who gave it to me said when he wore it, he saw enemies everywhere.
Yeah, it could work, but how would we possibly pick Constance or Ursa or Angus to wear it?
Oh no, we don't even need them. We just need whoever's leading the army coming for us. And then once they're dead, then we can think about those other guys.
Wouldn't they get in trouble for wearing a crown when they aren't royal? I mean, we don't really have crowns. Brina just shoots kind of a weird look at the whatever door Ide had left out of. Like,
Hey Tooth, do you have like something that could stick the crown to someone's head?
If he pulls super glue out of that bag.
Oh no, sovereign glue.
Yes, he has freaking gorilla glue.
So all I have to
I don't know what a gorilla is, but I got this stuff.
perfect. All I have to do is cut off their hair just to make sure it works. Use that glue and put the crown on them. Doesn't matter after that point, right? That'll take what, 20 minutes? Like 5 for you?
Yeah.
Put it on the middle of night, poison all their prep work for the morning breakfast, and I think we got to win.
We've got some form of a Samson and Delilah story going on here, and it's just amusing me.
all that makes me think of is a song from the soundtrack for oh crap, I can't even remember the name of that movie, but there's a line in the song saying someday we'll know why Samson loved Delilah.
Yeah, I know that one.
What if, Lana, hear me out, you polymorph me and I head out to the army now and just go drop this sucker on somebody's head and cause problems before they even get here?
That's if they're close enough.
Fun and everything.
No. We want this to be as successful as possible. Just to make sure it'll be as fun as possible. It's not fun having to improvise in the middle of a field somewhere. Especially if you don't know exactly where you have to go.
Says you.
Yeah. I got lost for a good month because of that.
I want this story sometime.
That's why.
Okay. So we still just need to figure out how far away they are.
Yes.
One of Amor's men runs in.
Does anybody just have like a locate army spell?
I could locate their sword, but it doesn't go nearly as far as I'd want it to.
Okay. Adea used to have locate object. She does not anymore. There's probably not anything unique enough that she actually knows. But she's not here, so.
I don't have any way to do that.
I mean, unless the ley line can massively increase the range of the spell. But I don't even think the ley line could get it that far.
How far are we talking?
Well, it only goes out to 1,000 feet. So unless we can multiply that by like 1,000.
I honestly don't know how much the ley line can amplify things because I haven't really tried anything too massive. But I mean, we also almost got plagued by locusts the other day, so anything is possible.
You're welcome for me stopping that.
Thank you.
Meanwhile, Adea and Will experimenting with the ley line to make a sword enchanted.
Right?
I mean, I could certainly try it. Like, what, a Roman short sword? That'll be pretty... That should be specific enough to locate.
But wait, doesn't Adea have one? Do you have to focus on... Okay, if you focus on a specific sword, will it hone in on hers first? Or will it hone in on any Roman sword in the area?
I'm gonna double check, but I think it finds the nearest. Locate object.
I would specifically try to look for Constant. You've met him, you've seen his things.
I did see a couple of things. Yeah, that could work.
Look for one specific object, or you can have it look for a certain kind of apparel, jewelry.
Honestly, knowing him, look for a circlet. Guy never takes that off. He thinks he's that important.
I think I saw him wearing that at one point, so yeah, that'll work.
Like I said, guy never takes it off.
Is a tiara better or worse than a circlet?
What?
Is a tiara better or worse than a circlet?
Depends who makes it.
I mean, they're not really better or worse. Tiara sits on top of the head. A circlet kind of encircles the head.
Do they
Two
mean
rocks, same throwing.
Yeah, they represent the same thing. I mean,
Oh.
tiaras are usually worn by women. Crowns are usually worn by men.
Granted,
Circlets are
basalt.
identical.
Then why is he not wearing either?
Because the circlet will fit under a helmet.
Got it.
You want
Usually
to do
they'll
that
already
now before I fly out of here?
Yeah, let's see if it's close enough, I guess. I'll probably like stand up and cast locate object on the circlet.
Woo. So you can feel your senses stretching out. You're picturing the circlet. You remember that it was gold. Very well taken care of, highly polished, all that stuff. Had one like ruby embedded in it. You can see it over his smug face. And you can feel your power stretching out. And it's weird because on the ley line, I haven't really had a chance to do this. And because magic is still kind of a foreign thing to you, because, like, you've just been smiting and that was not really the same thing. But, it's like you could feel your not your body so much, but just yourself being pulled through this ley line and stretched out. And after a few minutes, you're actually able to feel it stop, and you can see that circlet again. It's dark, and realizing it's under a helmet. And while you can't really see much else, you can tell by how long it took you to get there, they're not that far away. They're like maybe 3 days ride. If that. And they're riding fast.
I can tell. I can't exactly tell the specific distance, but I can tell it's closing.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ern kind of like gets a. It kind of like feels very relaxed while like basically feeling himself stretched out, and then he stops. Just like, oh, okay. They're currently riding, slightly faster than I would prefer, but okay. They're about what? 3 days away?
3 days.
Yeah,
He
so
starts cursing in Druidic.
yeah, definitely within that hour of travel for a bird.
So Constance is definitely with them.
Oh yeah. I wonder if he's charging on something. He's currently wearing armor.
What would be
I'll take
Probably
that
doing?
as my cue to go see what we're working with.
Wait,
and
Aaron,
John
do you
will-
know the direction? Do you have like an idea of the direction that they were?
Yes.
No. Well, yes, because he can tell that the distance is closing.
No, but like which
Actually,
direction?
the spell should also tell me in where the direction is coming from as well.
Oh, where it's coming from? Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, Londinium. Like,
Like
from
he like point his arm and like point that in a direction.
that way.
Wait, if polymorph only lasts an hour, and they're 3 days away, you can head out, but We won't reach him in that time.
It's 3 days as the horse rides.
Not as a bird flies. But when a bird,
And if she polymorphs into a falcon, she can move real fast.
especially if it's a peregrine.
Indeed.
I mean, she would want something that has a good eyesight so that she doesn't have to get very close to them to see where they are at.
Mm-hmm.
So she would have to be a raptor of some kind.
Okay,
And
so
falcons that move fast.
Tom's scouting where exactly they are, but are we doing the crown thing?
We should.
Hey, if this Constance dude is there, drop it on him.
No, that he has literal divine intervention sitting for him. Go for someone slightly lower.
I don't know if she's there.
You're no fun.
It doesn't matter. I want this plan to succeed, not for you to be burnt to a crisp.
I would rather not guess that she's not helping. She's been there too many times before.
Well, you're in good with her sister, are you?
Yeah,
And she
and
knows.
let's not ruin that by testing the water about that and having to call her too much.
Hey, are you going to let us stay here, or are you going to emergency exit us again in a couple of days?
Please don't emergency now.
I don't have any plans to emergency exit, you guys.
Okay, good. That
I
means
feel
she's
like
probably
if you
not
were
there.
to like, be like, by the way, you don't get to stay.
Now, you see, I have some trauma coming up that I need you guys to just endure.
Yes.
Yeah, remember, someone's prophesied to die.
Mhm.
Cinnamon roll is sad.
Look, if you can get to Constance, fine. It seems like there's nothing watching you, go right ahead, but,
Dawn goes outside, polymorphs herself into a falcon.
Wait, am I coming with you?
Take him with you. You need to get this plan to work.
Okay,
Birds of a feather should flock together.
would Tong be able to carry him as a falcon, or does she need something bigger?
Can
let
Tooth
me-
climb into his bag and you just hang on to the bag?
He stuffs himself in his bag with like his hand hanging out, holding the crown with super glue on the bottom of it.
Nah, he doesn't. He doesn't even have to do that. He just needs to climb to his bag, hold on to the edge to make sure he doesn't fall in, and just and the falcon just carries the bag itself. And then once they arrive at the army, then Tooth can climb out and do all these things.
For some reason, the thing that just came into my mind was I don't know if it's CS:GO or one of those games where it's terrorists versus counter-terrorists, but it's like place the bomb and say bomb has been planted.
Uh,
That's CS:GO.
not likely unless you can lessen his weight. Because peregrines, like falcons, can generally carry about 2 to 3 pounds. And since a lot of what they eat are birds, we're talking a lot of empty space there. And he is a leprechaun, and leprechauns are of the more mammalian persuasion, and so they're a little denser.
Let's take a look at actually,
Tried to find a sad cinnamon roll. It did not work.
Oh. Golden Eagle, which would be somewhat local, is counted as one of the fastest animals.
They are, yes. And they rip mountain goats off of mountains, so they can pick up a lot.
I mean,
I watched one try to murder a goat once. It was horrifying.
she's already carried him as an eagle, so she knows that. So she's going to, having been stopped before she does the spells, and deal with him begging to go with her. She's like, "Oh, you sure?"
Uh-huh.
All right. Polymorph herself into a gold eagle. Pick him up. And fly off.
Good luck.
That's where we're at tonight.
I guess Red still seems like really far away.
I think one of the things you have to remember is that when
Maybe they didn't bring the poisons.
riding horses, you would need to rest them. You can't just keep riding them.
That is true.
And so that actually makes it a little bit of a more reasonable distance because they wouldn't have like stockways to be able to change out their horses. Because I agree with you, it sounds like a too long of a distance to be able to reach it in an hour, but because of that, it actually shortens it a little bit.